Check. 1 2 1 2. Hello everyone, good evening and welcome to high school basketball here from Brewer High School. Jim Churchill with you as we are just moments away from the opening tip in this one between the MDI Trojan girls and the Brewer Witch girls. Thanks for joining us here at GoBrewerWitches.com, also 929theticket.com. And our crew tonight, Mark Paulette will be directing the show from Bangor. We got Max Pottle here in the Brewer High School gymnasium. And looking forward to this one. Last time we were here, the Brewer Witches with a come-from-behind win over the Foxcroft Academy Ponies at the half in that game against Foxcroft Academy. Chris Hoare's Witches trailed at 24-17, but a very strong second half for Brewer propelled them to a 46-36 win over the Ponies. Balanced scoring for the Witches, a couple of players in double figures. Drew Johnson had 12 in that win. Treya Broussard had 10 points, all 10 for Treya coming in the second half. 9 points for Mariah Roberts, 7 for Jenna McQuarrie as well in the Brewer Witches attack. And we'll see if the Witches can back it up here tonight with another strong performance. I'm sure they're hoping for a better start as they struggled in the first half, obviously, in that game against Foxcroft Academy, scoring just the 17 points. Going to get the starting lineups here in just a moment. Let's take a look at the two rosters for the two teams. Well, actually, let's join in with Becky Bubar as we'll get the rosters from her, and then we'll take a closer look here momentarily. Becky Bubar across the way amongst the cardboard cutouts once again. And she will have the starting lineups. All right, there you go. The rosters for the two teams, the MDI Trojans and the Brewer Witches, and the starting lineups as well. And now we'll get the national anthem here from Brewer High School Gymnasium. Okay, we are just a minute or two away from the opening tip. And let's take a look at the rosters for the two teams. Once again, we'll start with the visitors from MDI. Longtime coach Brent Barker, of course the son of longtime coach Bert Barker. And the starting lineup for the Trojans features Elena Alderman, Emily Carter, Leah Carroll, Olivia Gray, and Elizabeth Jones. And now a look at the Brewer Witches roster. Head coach is Chris Hoare. And in the lineup for him at the outset, Treya Broussard, Drew Johnson, Mariah Roberts, Jenna McQuarrie, and Josie Pesey. And for Coach Hoare, Josie Pesey is a junior, McQuarrie just a sophomore, Roberts just a freshman, and Johnson and Broussard are juniors. So a lot of talent here on this Brewer team in the what has become the 2021 season, and plenty of talent coming back for the 2021-2022 season as well. All right, Brewer with the basketball at the outset. From here on out, alternating possessions. Roberts goes on the far side to Drew Johnson. Johnson takes it down the left side of the lane. Trojans converge on her, and the Witches will reset. McQuarrie, the handoff here to Roberts. Now they try to bounce it inside to Pesey, and Josie puts up the shot off the side of the iron, no good. And the rebound to MDI and Elizabeth Jones. Opening seconds in this one. And here's a three ball right out of the gate for MDI, and hitting that one is Emily Carter. So a quick start for Brent Barker's Trojans. There's some pressure being applied here by MDI, Witches bring it into the front court. And here's a steal. The takeaway by Alderman, and she'll lay it up and in. See some energy on the defensive side of the ball here for MDI. We'll see how the Witches handle it. Once again into the front court. Here's Roberts. She's got some open space. She'll go all the way in, put up the shot. That's going to be off the side of the rim. No good. And we got a foul coming here, what appear to be against the MDI Trojans. No, it's going to go against Brewer. It's going to go against Drew Johnson. So her first personal foul as the two teams make their way down to the right end of the court as we look down on the floor here at the Brewer High School gym. Jones, top of the circle. Swings it left to Carroll. Leah Carroll goes in the corner, and here's a shot put up by Carter. That's going to be short. Long rebound, and it's going to be tracked down by Treya Broussard. Drew Johnson with the left-handed dribble. Now it's Roberts surveying the MDI defense. Just two officials here for this one. They go inside to Pesey, and Josie puts it home. So the Witches are on the board. Alderman goes to Carroll, long three, and that's a little too strong. And right there along the left baseline, it's going to be McQuarrie with the rebound for Brewer. Roberts guarded closely there by Alderman, gets past her, goes with the bounce pass, and that's going to be a walk. And Josie Pesey received that bounce pass right in the middle of the lane. There was some defensive pressure there. She shuffled the feet, and the turnover gives it back to MDI. Olivia Gray has it. Remember her from last year, had a strong game against Herman out at Herman High School, and a turnover here as the pass goes into the corner, not handled there by Carter, and the Witches get it back. Johnson patiently working against that MDI defense down the right side of the lane. The shot is up, no good, but a foul coming here against MDI. And Drew Johnson will be at the line for two. In the game on Monday evening here at Brewer, Drew had just one free throw attempt. She missed it. Here's number one on this Wednesday night, and that one is in and out. Good with the left-handed dribble, the right-handed shot. That one also a misfire, so 0 for 2 at the line for Drew. MDI the rebound. Steaming up the near side is Carter. Gets it off to Gray. Carroll has it out top, goes in the corner to Alderman. She can't get around McQuarrie. And now they bounce it inside for Jones, guarded closely there by Pesey, and the shot is rejected, but they didn't get a foul. There were 2 witches in the vicinity. Let's see who the foul is going to go against. It's going to go against Mariah Roberts. Second team foul on Brewer. Elizabeth Jones at the free throw line. 3 minutes into this ball game. The free throw by Jones is good. See Chris Hoare at the bottom of your screen talking with the freshman Roberts, and we've got a whistle. It's like a lane violation here against the Trojans. And I don't think the Witches know yet whose basketball it is. Finally, Roberts is going to take it out of bounds. Official patiently waiting for a Brewer player to come get the basketball, and now the full court pressure from MDI. Brewer again handles it well. Johnson into the front court, being harassed, finds an open teammate in McQuarrie. She looks for help, goes to Broussard on the right side. Now on the wing, it is Johnson, and the entry pass is going to be deflected first and then off the fingertips of Josie Pesey. And the Trojans will get it back with the 7-2 lead. I've got 7 on the scoreboard. I don't think that second free throw was taken. We'll try to get the official word here when we can. And there's a travel against MDI. So Brewer basketball. Here's Broussard. And found herself open. Good recovery there by Jones. The ball eventually goes into the hands of Pesey. She can't get it to go. On the weak side is McQuarrie missing the putback. Rebound to MDI. Strong pass. Mishandled there by Carter, but she saves it into Alderman. Nice bounce pass inside, and the left-handed shot is up and good by Elizabeth Jones. And the pass intended here for Pesey, a little too high. Goes across the end line. Here's a look at, nice job there by Alderman drawing the defense. That left Jones open down near the left block. Pass at just the right spot. She went up with the left hand and picked up 2 points. Officially 9-2. I don't know if there was a second free throw by Jones. In any event, here's a 3-ball from the left corner from Emily Carter, and suddenly it is an 11-2 lead here for, yes, they have corrected the scoring, so no second free throw and a 3 to make it 11-2. Emily Carter now with 6 points. Witches need a basket here. They go inside, and PC on the way up gets hacked. And Josie's going to toe the line here for a couple of free throws. Very quiet here in the Brewer High School gymnasium right now as PC misses the first of 2. And she can't get the second one to go, so the Witches are now 0 for 4 at the free throw line. Chilly start here for Brewer. They're down by 9. MDI with the ball. Left corner, shot up, and getting the bounce is Olivia Gray. That is the third 3 for the Trojans, and Brewer needs a timeout. 14-2 our score. MDI the visitors with the lead. We'll step aside. This is high school basketball. Welcome back to Brewer High School. Jim Churchill with you. GoBrewerWitches.com, also at 929theticket.com. MDI in town to take on the Witches here in the home of the Brewer Witches. Let's take a look at MDI High School. As we get back to the action first, you see MDI there. Enrollment 542. Principal is Matthew Haney. The AD is Bunky Dow. All right, Brewer with it, out of the timeout. Trying to get things cranking here offensively. Pretty good defense at the outset from the Trojans as the Witches can't connect on that play. Loose ball on the floor, and we got a tie-up. And the arrow is going to give it to MDI. Alderman will check out for the Trojans. We look at Brewer High School. Enrollment approximately 670 students. The principal is Brent Slowakowski, and Dave Utterback is the AD. Catch Dave sitting in the corner right now. Maybe watching us on his smartphone. There's a miss by MDI, but they get the offensive rebound. Leah Carroll in the paint. Back out to Gray. She'll tee up a three. That's off the back of the iron. No good. Long rebound. Tracked down by Treya Broussard. Roberts up the middle of the floor. Now it's Pine cutting to the paint, and that's going to be a tie-up. This time the Witches will get the benefit of the arrow. Happy birthday to Lindsay Pine. Special day for her. We'd like to cap it off with a win on the basketball court. Pass comes into Broussard, but it's going to be off her fingertips into the hands of Brent Barker, the MDI coach. So struggle here through the first 6 minutes for the Witches. See if they can turn it around like they did against Foxcroft Academy on Monday. Carroll gets a screen. Puts up the shot from about 8 feet and misses that one. And the rebound to Drew Johnson for the Witches. Witches playing at home here tonight, but wearing the black unis. And that pass is deflected. MDI getting their hands in the passing lanes. And it's going to be MDI basketball after the tie-up. 6 points for Emily Carter, leading the way for Brent Barker's Trojans. He's going to send in a couple of fresh players here. Minute and a half left to go here in this first quarter. Carroll has it, left wing, looks around and decides to put up a shot, but she left it a little shy of the mark, and the rebound to the Witches. Pine tries to get it inside to Roberts. Little give and go action there from the Witches. Not successful, but Brewer retains control. Broussard to Pine. Now McQuarrie has it go off her fingertips right into the hands of Emily Carter. Holly Gray into the ball game for MDI. There's Carroll into the lane, and pass intended for Holly Gray. Goes across the far sideline, and now checking in for Coach Barker. It's going to be Molly Ritter and Bella Brown as Carter and Carroll check out. 40 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Just want to end it on a positive note, get some momentum heading into quarter number 2. MDI's defense really forcing the Witches away from the basket. Here's a take by Broussard. Puts up the shot with the left hand. That's no good. Rebound to Holly Gray. Nice strong pass up court to Ritter. Back to Olivia Gray in the paint. Bounce pass, and there's a rejection by Treya Broussard, but MDI gets it back. And that shot is up and in to make it 16-2 MDI. 1 second left. Buzzer sounds. And that's going to do it for the first quarter of action here at Brewer High School. After 1, MDI 16, the Witches 2. This is high school basketball at GoBrewerWitches.com and on 92.9 The Ticket. Back at Brewer High School, you see some of the cardboard cutouts across the way. Some of the fans here in spirit. They're able to tune in. Our broadcast here tonight, which is brought to you by the Brewer Travel Basketball Club. All right, Witches down by 14 here as we get quarter number 2 underway. Trying to find their offense. Here's McQuarrie with a shot, and she doesn't get the bounce. Who's going to come away with the rebound? And let's see, we're going to get a foul against Brewer. And that's going to go against Drew Johnson. That would be her second. Trojans with the double-digit lead and the basketball. Molly Ritter goes near side to Holly Gray. Now it's Bella Brown with it. On the far side, Grace Witham. And also into the ball game is Abby Farley. Holly Gray has it knocked away, but right into the hands of Ritter. Now they look to go inside. Pass blocked there by Johnson. Now they do get it inside, and it's going to be taken away into the ball game for the Witches is Kelly DiCarlo. She comes up with the steal. So it's Roberts, McQuarrie, Johnson, Pine, and DiCarlo on the floor for Coach Chris Hoare and the Brewer Witches. Open briefly was Roberts, and she passes it to DiCarlo on the right side, and finally the Witches get back on the board. To 4 now. MDI goes inside, and a tie up here as McQuarrie gets her hands on the basketball. Arrow pointing in the favor of the MDI Trojans. Now Holly Gray checks out, Grace Witham checks out. Coming in is Sophia Brophy for MDI, and also number 33 Ella Joyce. McQuarrie and Johnson check out of the ball game for Brewer. PC back in for the Witches. And that shot is no good. Trey Broussard also back in for Brewer. And we got a foul in backcourt here against MDI. Holly Gray with the foul. That's her first. Each team now with 3 fouls. Mariah Roberts, the freshman, walks it up. Teammates trying to run the half-court offense here. Broussard takes it in the paint. Now bounces it right to Roberts. Now they try to go back inside to PC. They get it into her. Left-handed shot, no good. And foul or a tie-up. We're going to get a foul, and this time I think it's going to go against MDI. I think that's going to go against Bella Brown, number 41. Official initially said 1-4, but now corrects it to number 41. Trey Broussard will trigger the play. Comes into DiCarlo. Quick fire. In and out. No good after she went off glass. And just one shot there for Brewer. Pushing up the right side is Ritter for MDI. She'll pull up. Put up the shot. It's short. Brown had it briefly for MDI, but the Witches take it away. Roberts into the lane. Draws the defense. Her pass kind of right at the knees there of PC, who couldn't handle it. And another tie-up, and this time it's going to go the Witches' way. There's a 3 earlier in the game. It's been the story for MDI. Along with their defense, they have 3 made threes. Josie Pesey is going to be at the line trying to cut into this 12-point deficit, and she will She hits the first of two. Josie now with 3 points. 5 team fouls now on MDI. Second free throw won't go. And it's going to be MDI basketball. Stay tuned at the half. In the halftime report, we'll have the first half scoring for you. We'll also get you some first half highlights. 5 minutes left to go here in this first half. Some work to do for Brewer. Joyce with it for MDI. Has it knocked away by Lindsay Pine, but it's going to be MDI basketball on the sideline in front of the Brewer bench. Tabor Allen coming in for Coach Brent Barker. And also number 43, Elizabeth Jones, back into the ball game. It's into Joyce. Now it's Ritter out top. Molly drives right. Cut off there by Roberts. Now it's back to Joyce, and her shot is blocked, but a foul coming here against Josie Pesey. And that's going to put Ella Joyce at the free throw line. First foul on Pesey. And Ella Joyce's free throw is good. Second one is no good. It went down, but it hit one of the supports above the basket. (17 to 5). 4.5 left to go. All kinds of time left in this one, and a nice take there by Mariah Roberts. She's going to draw the foul. She'll go to the free throw line, looking for her first points of the night. And she nails the first attempt. Second one, all net. So now the Witches have cut the deficit to 10. Ritter, Carroll, Carter, Jones, and Allen on the floor for Coach Brent Barker and the Trojans. Pass goes inside here to Tabor Allen, and she has the shot rejected. Lindsay Pine doing the honors there. Lindsay out there on the floor with Mariah Roberts, Josie Pesey, Treya Broussard, and Kelly DiCarlo. And they go inside to Pesey. She's got a lane to the hole, and she lays it up and in. Good execution there by Brewer. Josie Pesey doing a nice job creating a passing lane, and the feed was outstanding. And she went up for the 2 points off the window, but at the other end, MDI strikes right back. Elizabeth Jones using the glass for 2. There's Roberts again forcing the action. Misses the layup. Pesey the offensive rebound. Putback won't go, and Jones will come away with it for MDI. Carroll gives it back to Carter. She's going to try that left corner again. This time it's going to be for 2. She's got 8 points. She's the high scorer in the ball game right now. Her team up 21 to 9. Here's Broussard for Brewer. Puts up the shot from 10, and that's going to be a little too strong. Here come the Trojans again. Carter working the right baseline, bounces it inside to Jones. Can't get the shot to go. And it's going to be tipped across the end line by the Witches. See that previous move by Elizabeth Jones. And here's the jumper from just inside the arc by Emily Carter. And the ball comes in to Olivia Gray. Misses the shot, gets it back though, tries to go up for the shot, but it is blocked. Broussard with a crossover in backcourt. Looks up floor. Finds McQuarrie open. She'll take a jumper inside the arc. No good. Weak side rebound to Pine. Forces it up there. Will not go. And another offensive rebound for Brewer. This time it's McQuarrie. And her putback attempt is going to be blocked, but a foul coming here against MDI. So Jenna McQuarrie will be at the line for 2. Which is here in this first half. 3 for 8 at the line, but McQuarrie makes it 4 for 9. Her first point of the evening. And the second free throw no good, but Jenna will track down the loose ball. Here's Treya Broussard missing from the left side, but on the right side it's Josie Pesey with the putback. And Josie is now up to 7. And the Witches are to within 9. Just over 2 minutes left to go in this first half. Nice give and go there, and the lay-in by Alderman. MDI back up by 11. Jenna McQuarrie in the lane, spins, left-handed shot off the front of the rim, no good. Picked off there by Carroll, straight up the middle of the floor. Leah Carroll misses the shot. Elizabeth Jones with the offensive rebound, and that's blocked by Josie Pesey. Trojans get it back. Carter open, right corner, no good. And on the far side, it's Broussard with the rebound. Bringing it up for the Witches, Michaela Dorr. McQuarrie, the sophomore, lost it briefly, gets it back. Here's Pine. Facing some good defense. Right corner, Broussard. And Dorr cutting to the basket, puts up the shot, it's no good. And inside position there for Elizabeth Jones, and now a foul here against Michaela Dorr of the Witches. Now Brewer in a familiar spot. They trailed the game on Monday night against the Ponies of Foxcroft Academy by 7. And now Coach Brent Barker wants to take a timeout. We will as well. This is high school basketball. Brewer Witches basketball at GoBrewerWitches.com and also on Ticket TV. Back in Brewer. 1 minute left to go in this first half. There's Olivia Gray getting it off to Emily Carter. Now Alderman for 3, left side. That's going to be short. Long rebound into the hands of Michaela Dorr. And Michaela will bring it into the front court. Passes to Broussard on the right side. Here's Treya into the lane. Shot rolls off. No good. One and done for the Witches. Rebound to Alderman. Trojans lead it by 11. Olivia Gray. Now a pass intended inside for Jones from Carter. Knocked away by McQuarrie. Good defense there. Now Jenna will try the shot from the left side. That's no good. Josie Pesey will track down the rebound on the far side. Now they go inside to Josie. She had good position, but can't handle the pass. It's going to be deflected out of bounds there by Jones. Just 3.7 seconds up on the clock. Apologies to Molly Gray. I can't even read my own writing. I did make an M in my scorebook, but I left it kind of looking like an H, so I've been calling her Holly, but it is Molly Gray. Witches with the final shot here in the first half, and it is a miss as the first 16 minutes are in the books, and it is MDI 23 and Brewer 12. We'll take a break. We'll be back with the halftime report after this. This is high school basketball. GoBrewerWitches.com and on Ticket TV. Welcome back to Brewer High School. Jim Churchill with you as you see some of the cardboard cutouts of some of the loyal Brewer fans across the way, including the Canines. That is the Canine section here at Brewer High School, rooting on the Witches. Get a good look there at what these teams are doing at the half under our current situation with the pandemic. Maintaining some spacing, not heading into the locker room, having their halftime chats in the corners of the gym. And you see Chris Hoare right there talking with his Witches, who trailed this one 23-12. All right, let's take a look at some of the first half highlights here. And a quick start for MDI. And there's a three put up right there. Here's Alderman ahead of the pack for the Trojans. She will lay it up and in. Alderman with the drive and a nice feed inside there to Elizabeth Jones, who uses the left hand and puts it up and in. Olivia Gray in the corner. Here's Emily Carter, one of her 2 threes on the night. And this is Olivia Gray getting the bounce on the road. And she picks up 3 points right there. And that's a 2-pointer there from Emily Carter. And our halftime score is 23-12. We'll take a look at the upcoming schedules for these two teams here in just a second. But first I'll run down the scoring. 8 points for Emily Carter, leading the way for the Trojans. 5 for Elizabeth Jones. 4 for Elena Alderman. 3 for Olivia Gray, and 1 for Ella Joyce. I am missing 1 2-pointer. I'll try to track that down. Meanwhile, for the Brewer Witches, they've been led by Josie Pesey. She has 7 points here in this first half. 2 for Kelly DiCarlo off the Brewer bench, and then a pair of free throws for Mariah Roberts and a free throw for Jenna McCory for the Witches' total of 12. Let's take a look at MDI's upcoming schedule in this shortened season. Their next game is going to be at home, hosting the Bangor Ram Girls. That's a 6:15 start coming up on Friday night, and then a pair of, well, actually 3 home games coming up next week for the Trojans before they hit the road again. And now for the Brewer Witches. And this is our second game here this week in Brewer. Next week we'll be back here for the Bangor Girls taking on Brewer. And then remaining home games for the Witches, and we'll have these games for you. Hamden Academy here at Brewer High School on the 9th of February, Old Town in town on the 16th of February, and John Bapst playing the Brewer girls here on this Brewer High School gymnasium floor on February 23rd. All right, quick halftime. We are ready to go here in half number 2. And it's going to be MDI with the basketball to get this second half tipped off. Out there on the floor for Coach Brent Barker, Olivia Gray. She is joined by Emily Carter, Elizabeth Jones, Leah Carroll, and also Elena Alderman. Here's a takeaway for Brewer. Drew Johnson. She's picked up by Carroll. Josie Pesci out there for Brewer. Here's Johnson's shot from the right elbow, and she'll get the bounce. Hit the front of the rim, but the momentum carried it over and down. And for Drew, that's her first 2 points of the night. She had 12 in the win over Foxcroft Academy on Monday. Jones drives the lane. Shot up, off, no good, but a foul against Brewer. And Elizabeth Jones will be at the line. Here's Johnson. Left-handed dribble, turned around, found herself wide open, fired up the shot, and got the bounce. Meanwhile, at the other end of the floor, Elizabeth Jones. Her first free throw attempt is no good. 5 points here tonight for Elizabeth. 2 field goals and a free throw. She's now 1 for 2 at the line. Dips, and the second one is good. Lead back to 10 for MDI. Now some full court pressure coming from the Trojans. Roberts up ahead to Johnson. Drew into the front court, immediately double teamed, and here's a steal by Alderman. Elena goes right side to Carter, and she'll hit the jumper from 12 feet out. Pretty good night for Emily Carter. She's already into double figures. 10 points for Emily. Leading scorer in the ball game. Here's Drew Johnson again, putting up the shot. That one's wide of the mark. Picked off in midair by Olivia Gray. Long pass down court, and it's not going to be saved in by Leah Carroll. Roberts, middle of the court to McQuarrie. Now back to Johnson. Inside to Pesci, and Josie's shot up, no good. And it's ripped out of there by Elizabeth Jones. MDI on the attack. Carter, near corner. Carroll fires and hits. Good spot up there by Leah Carroll, her first points of the evening. She drains that 3 from the near side. I believe this is the biggest lead of the night for the Trojans at 15, 29-14. MDI on top. McQuarrie floats one up, no good. Coming up with the offensive rebound was Johnson. She missed it. Pesci had it momentarily. Lost control, picked up by Alderman. Here's Carter open again, and this one will not drop. Johnson with the rebound for Brewer. Drew put up the 2-point attempt. That's no good. Long rebound, tracked down by Elena Alderman. Now she looks inside for Jones. She scoops one up. No good. And the rebound to Pesci for Brewer. Corey surveys the situation. The sophomore, a couple of dribbles now. Tries to find Johnson going back door, but good defense there by MDI and Leah Carroll. Got a foul here against the Trojans. Olivia Gray with the personal foul. That's going to be the first on Olivia. Leah Carroll's going to come out for MDI, as is Josie Pesci for Brewer. Broussard hands it off to Roberts. Roberts down the lane, scoops up the shot. It is no good. MDI in the half court now. Gray, right wing. Here's Carter for three, and that's off, no good. And it's going to be tipped around off of Brewer. Gray open for three, and that's going to be off the side of the rim, no good. Second shot, no good as well. And DiCarlo with the rebound for Brewer, which is trying to find a little rhythm offensively here. DiCarlo inside to Roberts, left-handed shot. May have been partially blocked. Here's an outlet pass from Alderman, intended for Carter, but into the Dogs across the way. And that's going to be a backcourt violation against the Witches. Carter crosses the midcourt stripe for MDI. Alderman on the near side, holds it high, guarded by McQuarrie. Olivia Gray looked inside for her teammate there, Molly Gray. No passing lane. Now it's Jones on the right block. Dribbles to the left side, kicks it out to Alderman, and her shot off the front of the iron, no good. Offensive rebound by Molly Gray. No foul called. Jones gets it back, and now a tussle between Molly Gray and Treya Broussard. Alternating possession goes to Brewer. Broussard open left side, shot up off the side of the backboard, which is track down the offensive rebound. McQuarrie double teamed, back out to Roberts. And that's going to be travel against the Witches. Also want to send out birthday wishes to Emily Carter. Happy birthday to Emily. We mentioned earlier it's also Lindsay Pine's birthday for Brewer. So busy birthday day here on our broadcast. Strong move there by Elizabeth Jones. Can't get the shot to go. Here's Carter in the near corner. That shot around and out. Offensive rebound to Molly Gray. Carter gets another chance, and she will make that second opportunity pay off for the Trojans. Good offensive rebounding work there by Molly Gray. 31-14 now. And the Witches will turn it over. Picked up by Olivia Gray. Jumper right elbow, and that is good as well for Emily Carter. So she is celebrating her birthday in fine fashion here tonight. Got her at 14 points. And here's a drive along the right baseline by Treya Broussard. Shot is good, and she is fouled. So Treya will try to make it a three-point play. Gets around Carter. Is up for the shot, and count it, and one. McQuarrie's going to check out for Brewer. Lindsay Pine into the ball game. So it's Pine, DiCarlo, Broussard, Roberts, and Johnson for the Witches. Some changes for Coach Brent Barker as well. And the miss by Treya Broussard. Here's Molly Ritter. Takes it to the right wing. Some new Trojans into the ball game. We'll catch up on those names here momentarily. Roberts comes away with it for Brewer. Long pass up court to Lindsay Pine. Pine up for the shot. Off the side of the rim, no good. We have Molly Ritter on the floor for Coach Brent Barker. Joining her On the hardwood is Abby Farley, and it's Farley trying the long shot there. Rebound to DiCarlo for Brewer. Also on the floor, Grace Witham for the Trojans. Molly Gray and Bella Brown. Loose ball in the middle of the lane at the Witches' end. And the arrow this time will give it to the Trojans. Kaylee Dorr coming into the ball game here for Brewer, as Broussard will check out. 17-point advantage for MDI. Ritter thought about the shot. Now gets it out top to Witham. Molly Gray's pass almost taken away there by Kaylee Dorr. Now Kaylee gets back into the action. That's going to be tie-up on the block there by Kaylee Dorr. So this time the arrow will give it to the Witches. Molly Gray and Olivia Gray, not sisters, but they are cousins. It's there by Brewer. Carlo couldn't get it to go. Trojans on the run. Here's Farley's left-handed shot, and it's up and good. Strong move there by Abby Farley, her first 2 points of the night. Final 30 seconds of this third quarter. Pine out top to Johnson. Drew puts it to the floor. Shot won't go. Gets it back. Had her second shot blocked. Got it back again. Kicks it out to Pine on the left side. That shot is no good. And Farley with it for MDI. 8 seconds left to go. Here's a jumper put up. That's off, no good by Grace Witham. And the buzzer will sound. That'll do it for the third quarter of action. Another strong one for MDI. At the end of 3, it is the Trojans 35 and the Witches 16. This is high school basketball at Brewer Witches, GoBrewerWitches.com, and on Ticket TV. Back at Brewer High School, Jim Churchill with you, along with our crew of Director Mark Paulette. And on camera here tonight, Max Pottle. Tough one so far for the home team, the Brewer Witches. They trail at 35-16. We'll take a look at our upcoming broadcast schedule, both on Ticket TV and at GoBrewerWitches.com. MDI with the basketball to get things going here in the fourth quarter. Ritter. Witham had it briefly. Bella Brown comes near side. Farley puts up the left-handed shot. And Abby Farley with her second bucket here in the second half. MDI up to 37 points. Found that 2 points I lost for MDI thanks to Chris Popper, who's watching the action here tonight. And that hoop belonged to Molly Gray. MDI, another takeaway. Ritter is going to drag that back foot, so she'll travel with the basketball. Leading scorer in the ball game, Emily Carter, the birthday girl for the Trojans. She's got 14. Next up for the Trojans, Elizabeth Jones with 6. 4 points apiece for Elena Alderman and Abby Farley off Brent Barker's bench. 7 points for Josie Pesey, the leading scorer for the Witches. 7 minutes left. Defense has been very strong here tonight for MDI as Lindsey Pine will end up on the floor. We got a foul coming here against Abby Farley. Here's our upcoming schedule. First on Ticket TV coming up on Friday night at 929theticket.com. We've got Foxcroft Academy at MCI on the boys' side. That's a 6:30 tip. On the radio side, Hamden Academy at Herman at 7 p.m. And then we're back here at Brewer High School for more Brewer High School girls action on Tuesday. Bangor Rams will be here to take on the Witches. There's a miss from the right side for the Trojans. Ella Joyce could not get it to go. Dominique Willett into the ball game for Brewer. She's their only senior here this season. Oh, nice cut there to the basket and a nice feed from Drew Johnson. She got it to Kaylee Dorr for the Witches. Shot no good, but Kaylee will go to the line for 2 free throws. Free throw is good. Second one also good, so 2 for 2 at the line for Kaylee. Ups the Witch total to 18. Ritter passes into the corner, cuts to the basket. Pass goes inside to Bella Brown. Now Molly Ritter on the near side. A couple of dribbles to her right. And eventually gets it to Farley. Now back to Molly Ritter. She'll try the 8-foot jumper, and that'll roll off, no good. And the rebound's pulled down by Drew Johnson. Now a steal here by Abby Farley, but a double dribble. It's going to give it right back to Brewer. Kayla Dorr gets it back from Pine. Now Lindsay ends up on the floor, and her pass intended for Kaylee Dorr goes into the Brewer bench. So it's going to be MDI ball. There's Sophia Brophy taking it into the lane. She's going to draw a foul. So everybody getting into the action here tonight for both teams. Mentioned Olivia Gray and Molly Gray. Pretty good basketball pedigree in their families. Their mothers were both 1,000-point scorers for MDI. Jen and Melissa Gott. And thanks to Chris Popper for the facts on the Trojans. He owns the island down there. There's a number of games for both MDI and Ellsworth on WDEA. Here's Lindsay Pine for the Witches. Now top, it goes to Michaela Dorr. She goes into the paint. Nice pass, right side. Here's McQuarrie going up with a shot for Brewer. Jenna can't get it to go. Gets it back. She'll try it again. She'll end up on the floor, but Jenna's going to go to the free throw line, the sophomore, drawing the foul. Tabor Allen with the personal foul. It's going to be the 5th team foul on the Trojans. Corey's free throw is good. So Jenna now 2 for 3 at the free throw line. Get a look behind the Brewer bench there, and you see Chris Hoare, the Brewer coach, kneeling down. 2 for 2 at the line for Jenna. So 3 points on the night for her. 38-20. There's a high arcing shot from the right side. No good there by Ella Joyce. Offensive board for the Trojans. And Kaylee Dorr tries to take it away, but can't do it. Pass deflected across the end line by Lindsay Pine. Got more Brewer boys action coming up as well in the next few weeks. Saw them here last Friday against the Hampton Academy Broncos, which is hitting their first 9 shots at a 17-0 lead. Just a few minutes into the ball game, never looked back against the Broncos. Shot up here by the Trojans, no good. And a whistle and a foul, and this is going to go against MDI. Foul against Bella Brown, her first, or pardon me, second on Bella Brown. 16 foul on the Trojans. Dominique Willette goes to Kayla Dorr. Now Dominique gets it back, puts up the 3 and hits. All net there from the senior. No hesitation by Dominique. Allen goes to Joyce. Put back, up, no good by Brown. She keeps it alive, out to Ritter, who gets tripped up. I think the foul is going to go against Kaylee Dorr. That is the case. Allen gets it into Bella Brown. She turns and misses, and the loose ball is going to go out of bounds, going to be off the Witches. And ball's going to go out of bounds. Looks like it's going to be off Brewer. And a ball in the lane, another tie-up. Arrow's been getting a workout here tonight. Give it to the Witches. 38-23 our score. Kayla and Kaylee Dorr working in the backcourt for Brewer. Here's Dominique Willette. Can't get around the MDI defender. Steal by the Trojans. Now Dominique will get it back after a steal by the Witches, and she'll put it up and in. So a 3-point field goal and a 2-point field goal for the lone Brewer senior here in this fourth quarter. Makes it 38-25. There's still 3:25 on the clock. See if the Witches can mount comeback here in the late going. Ritter will try the shot from the left side, and that won't help the Brewer cause. Molly Ritter with her first 2 points of the night. Kayla Dorr bounces it to McQuarrie, and a push from behind. The foul here is going to go against Tabor Allen. See the three-pointer there from Dominique Willette. And after a steal by one of her teammates, gets the ball back, and a strong take for 2 points. Jenna McQuarrie at the line. Clock is stopped at 2:57. Chance to cut into the deficit here, but cannot hit the front end. And the rebound down to Bella Brown, and she's going to get fouled. Foul's going to go against Kaylee Dorr. Brewer with 14 fouls. Ella Joyce with it out top. Brophy had it briefly. Ritter will try another shot from the left side. No good. Who's got the rebound? It's going to be Bella Brown. She's been tough on the glass. Reaching in there was Kaylee Dorr. Couldn't knock it away. MDI gets another try. That's no good. And Kaylee Dorr was ready to head up court, but it's stolen by MDI. Now here's a steal by Dominique Willette, but lost control of the basketball across the near sideline. So it's going to be Trojan ball. Time running out here on the Witches. And it comes to Allen. Manages to get the pass out to her teammate Ritter before falling to the hardwood. Now Tabor Allen gets it back. Ritter to the left elbow. Here's Brophy. She floats one up. That's going to be short of the mark. And the rebound to Brewer and Kelly DiCarlo. Mariah Roberts back out there. Witches down by 15. Mariah down the right side of the lane. Scoops it up. No good. Battle for the rebound. And it's going to be off MDI. Abby Farley comes in for Coach Barker. Checking out is Molly Ritter. Carlos shot up. That's no good. Rebound to Bella Brown. Farley turns. Entry pass inside, and Bella Brown's shot will come up short, but she's going to go to the line as she got fouled in the act. Leading scorers in the ball game for MDI, Emily Carter on her birthday has 14. And for Brewer, a couple of players with, or pardon me, one player with 7. That is Josie Pesey. And next up for Brewer is Dominique Willette with 5. Using the glass there is Bella Brown. First point of the evening. Second one is off, no good. DiCarlo the board for Brewer. Kayla Dorr gets it to Willette. Here's DiCarlo. Her shot is good. 4 points here tonight for Kelly. 41-27 MDI. Final minute of this ball game. And that's going to be a travel against MDI. Carlo at the free throw line. Dribbles right, puts up the shot. No good. Rebound down to Brophy for MDI. Down to 35 seconds. Farley drives left baseline. Her shot will not drop, and rebound taken by DiCarlo. She'll dribble it up herself. Up ahead it goes to Willette. Dominique in the corner, back on the wing to DiCarlo. Out top, here is Dorr with a shot. That's Kaylee Dorr, in and out. 5 seconds left to go. And Coach Barker says hold it right here. No more shots for the Trojans. And that will do it in this one. The MDI Trojans travel west here to Brewer, and they defeat the Brewer Witches by a final of 41-27. We'll take a quick timeout. Back with the post-game show next. Back at Brewer High School, Jim Churchill with you. And you see the final right there before they turn out the lights on the scoreboard as the MDI Trojans score the 41-27 victory here tonight over Brewer. We're going to run down the scoring here momentarily, but first let's take a look at some of the highlights from this one here at Brewer High School. MDI had it going from long range early in the ball game. Nice steal here by Elena Alderman, and she takes it all the way in for 2 points. A couple of birthdays being celebrated here tonight. Sydney Pine for Brewer, Emily Carter for MDI. There's a nice feed inside there to Elizabeth Jones. And this is Olivia Gray from that left corner getting the bounce. That was Alderman there for 2. Here's a shot put up by Drew Johnson from the right elbow. She'll get the bounce here on her home court. And a nice drive along the right baseline here by Treya Broussard. And Dominique Ouellette, the senior coming off the bench, scored 5 points. You saw the 3 and now the 2 from Dominique. But in the end, the Trojans too much here tonight playing on the road as they get the victory here against the Witches. Let's run down the scoring here quickly. First for MDI, they were led by Emily Carter. She had 14. And then 6 points on the evening for Elizabeth Jones. 4 points apiece for Elena Alderman. Also 4 for Abby Farley off the bench. And 3 points for Leah Carroll. 3 points also for Olivia Gray. Saw that 3 from earlier in the ball game. 2 points apiece for Molly Ritter, Molly Gray, and a point apiece for Ella Joyce and Bella Brown. Meanwhile, for the Brewer Witches, they were led by Josie Pesey. She had 7. 5 points for Dominique Ouellette. 4 points for Kelly DiCarlo, and then 2 points apiece, 3 points for Jenna McCory, all of them coming from the free throw line, and 2 points apiece for Treya Broussard, Drew Johnson, Kaylee Dorr, and Mariah Roberts. All right, we'll take a look ahead here to our upcoming broadcast schedule on Ticket TV and also at GoBrewerWitches.com. On Ticket TV on Friday, we've got Foxcroft Academy at MCI down in Pittsfield. That's a 6:30 tip. I'll be down there with Ernie Clark. And then on the radio side of things, Brian Stackpole will be in Herman for the Hamden Academy Broncos taking on the Herman Hawks. And then next Tuesday, we are right back here at Brewer High School. The Bangor Rams cross the Penobscot River to take on the Brewer girls. That is a 7 o'clock tip. And we have, I believe, 7 more Brewer High School games, 4 boys games and 3 more girls games coming up here at GoBrewerWitches.com. All right, that's going to do it for our broadcast here. I do want to remind you about the on Sports Radio 92.9 The Ticket. Don't forget weekday mornings, it's the morning line from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. Then in the afternoons from 4 to 6 p.m., it is The Drive. All right, that's going to do it for us here tonight. Again, the MDI Trojans victorious. For Mark Paulette, our director, for Max Pottle, our cameraman, and for Chris Popper, who's been watching and contributing to tonight's broadcast, I'm Jim Churchill saying so long from Brewer as the Trojans with the victory. They'll head back to the island, and meanwhile the Witches will await the arrival of the Bangor Rams here next week. Have a good night, everybody.